Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. I have made my way to Race City, USA, which is Mooresville, North Carolina. Today we're here in the downtown area. Thought it would be cool to come here and just walk around town, just look at what some of the town has to offer, look at some of these cool signages, old ghost signs, painted signs on the side of some of these older brick buildings. Always a lot of fun. And also, Dale Earnhardt Jr., I was watching a video the other day. He actually spoke of a place called Pie in the Sky, I think. It was a pizza restaurant. He said that is his favorite pizza, like of all time. Right here in Mooresville, thought we might just go browse around, see where that is, kind of see what it looks like. And then there is a relic from the old Jim and Tammy Faye Baker Heritage USA that is kind of hidden right here in Mooresville, North Carolina. Recently, I did a video at Fort Mill, South Carolina, went through the old theme park area, or at least showed stuff that was kind of left behind by that theme park. It's all, been pretty much changed now, but there is still some traces and vintage things kind of hidden and nestled throughout that area down there. And I kind of made a video where we go through and we look at that stuff and find some of those vintage relics left over from Heritage USA. And there's one of them that I missed, obviously, because it's here in Mooresville. So we're going to go check that out. It should be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm ready if you're ready. And it is quite nippy out here today. It's a very cold day. So let's make the best of it. We're going to be okay. We got our gloves on. Man, check out this awesome Coca-Cola sign right now. Now, this is not an older sign. This looks very fresh, much newer. Probably painted in the last decade at least. But really bright and awesome sign. Delicious and refreshing. Coca-Cola relieves fatigue. Very interesting. I've never seen relieves fatigue on a Coke sign before. I'll tell you something right now. This wind is getting blustery back here in this alleyway, but this right here is a cool little sign. It says Golden Girl Cola, a Mooresville hometown tradition for over 50 years. It's got some sun drop right there on the sign with Golden Girl Cola in like a coffee cup. It's kind of wild. And then right here behind me, we have another one. Now that's a cool sign there. J.P. Mills Department Store. Looks like it was a shoe store. As you can see the shoe painted right there on the other side of that telephone pole. Royal blue shoes. $3.50 and $4 for some shoes. Man, that would be nice if that was still the situation we was in this day and time. That would be so awesome to pay $3.50 or even $4 for some shoes. Heck, good luck barely buying a Snicker bar this day and time for $3.50, much less some shoes. Look who I just ran into is Clark W. Griswold. Look how happy he is with these Christmas presents. Unfortunately, my buddy, you're not going to stay happy long because you're about to be enrolled into the Jelly of the Month Club. This is one thing that's pretty cool here in Mooresville. You got the North Carolina Auto Racing Walk of Fame. Right here is Ricky Rudd's Walk of Fame 2018. It's got the number 10 on it. That would be when he was driving the Tide Ride number 10. Rooster was his nickname. And who else we got over here? Right here's Davey Allison, number 28. A lot of Davey Allison fans out there. Unfortunately, his career was cut short due to an accident where he perished. And right here's Bobby Labonte. Really good driver. And right here is Anything's Possible tattoos and body piercings. Now, when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of friends. Back in high school days, even, they would come down here and go to this place. But I think back then it was on the opposite side of the street. I think they actually moved. And right here is Richard's Coffee Shop, Living Military Museum. Check out all the stuff he has in here. Never forget, this is all 9/11 memorabilia and pictures. It's got an old fireman hat over here. Look at all this iron down here. I bet you money that all come from the 9/11 Ground Zero area. Really wild. Look at that. There's the Pentagon. And right here, some more photos of firemen. What a tragic day. Wow. If you're a fan of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon that they play during the Christmas season, right here is the snowman, the abominable snowman. That is pretty awesome standing up there holding a star. Looking very Christmassy. Right here on the corner of North Main Street and West Moore Avenue is some really good ghost signs up here. We have a hardware store up here at the top, another Coca-Cola, and then we got Wrigley's Spearmint right there, kind of blended in with the Coca-Cola sign. They have a really cool bakery right here. It's called New York Bakery. And right next door to it, maybe one of the best hamburger locations in Mooresville. It's called Bay's Burgers. Definitely want to give them a try out because they really make some really nice smash burgers in there. All right, check out this ghost sign right here, this old Deluxe Ice Cream signage. Anybody who grew up in this area as I did back in especially the 80s and 90s, Deluxe Ice Cream was a mainstay to these communities. You could go to a lot of different places. You had have like ice boxes with Deluxe Ice Cream in it. It was so delicious and good. And then when I look right down the hill here, this place here on this corner, now I don't know if they have anything to do with Deluxe Ice Cream. I don't think you can get Deluxe Ice Cream no more. I think it's kind of closed down and went away. I think the family that was making it, they must have, the people who was running it must have got old and got out of it or something. The kids didn't want to continue it, but right there is a place, it's called Mooresville Ice Cream, right there on that corner. I don't know if it has anything to do with Deluxe Ice Cream or not, but yeah, Deluxe Ice Cream is a great childhood memory of mine because when we was in elementary school, all of us kids would have our money or change each day. It was like 25 cents, 35 cents, and you could, they would make like little order forms out in school, maybe during the end of the week, like on Fridays, and we would give the teacher our money, and then they would go down there with their little basket and get all of us kids at the ice cream that we wanted, like Nutty Buddies, and they actually had one called the Mooresville bar that was really, really good. It was like a chocolate covered ice cream, vanilla ice cream type of a bar, and it had like little nuts all over it, and it was really good, and I liked it a lot. And Cherry Crunch is really awesome too. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Mooresville Ice Cream Parlor here has nothing to do with Deluxe because they're actually serving Hershey's ice cream in there. All right, I made my way down here to Pie in the Sky Pizza. It's been open, it says, since 1986. And this is the location that Dale Earnhardt Jr. said was his favorite pizza spot. Here's their fall hours. So in the summertime, I guess they're open more, but Tuesday through Fridays from 11 a.m. to 8:30, and then Saturday from 12 to 8:30. You can go in there and get you some pizza and test it out. See if you got the same taste buds as Dale Jr. Are you going to say that's your favorite pizza? It'd be nice. It'd be fun to go in there and really try it out and just see how good it is. But I don't know, I've had a lot of good pizza in my lifetime and traveling and everything. And but who knows, this might be a hidden gem right here in Mooresville, North Carolina. Pie in the Sky. And just right around the corner from Pie in the Sky Pizza is this old relic of Mooresville, North Carolina. This is called What a Burger. Drive-in number 11. This place here has been here for eons. My entire life, I always remember this place being here. Me and my wife, back in the day when we were just dating, back in the 90s, we would come down here every once in a while when we scrounged enough money together, because we didn't have enough money for anything. It was kind of a big deal to come to Whataburger. And this is it. They have hamburgers, fries, onion rings. They got cherry lemon sun drop. Get you some of that. And they got some barbecues. We got a little red pig right there on the bottom. But how it works is you come up here, still to this day, just like it was back then when we would come. You pull up, and they have these little microphones right here, and you hit the button and make your order. And they got the menu right here, and they will actually deliver the food out here to you, or at least they did back then. I don't know how they do it now, if they still do that or not, but I think so. I don't think they're on roller skates or anything like that like you see in the movies, but I think they just walk their way right down through here, and this right here is like a place where you can put your tray or whatever and leave it right here. So pretty cool. Whataburger is still around. Do not get it confused with Whataburger from the fast food chain from Texas, which there's a little drama going on because I think Whataburger from Texas is actually starting to move into the Carolinas now. And there was this little story not too long ago where I think their lawyers contacted these people and pretty much said that y'all need to stop using that name because we're coming. something like that. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but definitely going to keep my eyes on that in the future to see if that's going to be a legal matter or not. Because this Whataburger has been here forever. I'm talking, we're probably going to go back 50, 60 years at least. So they've been around for a while. All right, I have left the downtown area, made my way up here on a very busy highway 150 here in Mooresville. As you see, this place here is called Buckos. It is a hamburger and hot dog location, which they're actually closed today, but boy, they are very festive with their wreaths. Here's some of the food items that they have here, but we're not here for food. Absolutely not. We're here because this is the place that Jim and Tammy Faye Baker's Heritage USA moose, 15-foot tall moose that used to be in the Fort Heritage area. That was the camping spot or location at the theme park. The moose has been here since 1996. And my wife was telling me about it. And right here is that said moose, right here on the back side where you really can't see it unless you're looking for it from Highway 150. So they made them hide this moose behind here because originally it was out front, but the town of Mooresville did not think the moose in all its glory was aesthetically pleasing, which I think is hilarious. But hey, you know, you could go to towns like Myrtle Beach, which has a huge amount of people. You know, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Do you know how many things you see like this out in front of stores as you drive down the parkway in Pigeon Forge, and they don't have a problem with it? It's kind of funny the town of Mooresville had a problem with this moose out front. But whatever, it is what it is. And it's kind of cool because, you know, back in the day at Heritage USA, when we would go down there during Christmas, the moose would be decorated in Christmas lights. And look, all these years later, this good moose is still being adorned in Christmas love right here in Mooresville in its new home at Buckos. All right, my friends, that will pretty much do it for me today. Cannot come to Mooresville without checking out the old historic Days of Thunder barn. I always like to check in on this barn. The owners are actually here today. They're actually selling some Christmas trees. And he said, yeah, man, he said, go on down there, but maybe not go inside. It's looking pretty rough for wear. And I got to agree with him 100% on that. Is this section right over here is the section in the movie Days of Thunder where Harry Hogg actually built Cole Trickle's race car. Right here in this section, right here where these pallets are located, is where that was all filmed. You can see right there is the concrete slab that the car was sitting on. And just look at the wood, really showing its age. The roof is starting to buckle pretty drastically. So that being said, that will pretty much conclude today's vlog here from Mooresville, North Carolina. I really appreciate everybody watching today. I hope you had a good time. It was brutally cold today, but I was prepared today. I was smart enough to wear some gloves. That helped out a lot. So you might see these gloves again in the future. I've had these gloves for years. You know, these gloves are probably 10, 15 years old. They've been around a while, but they're still holding out a little bit. So all that being said, I'm all done. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, friends, I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you in my next adventure. Y'all stay safe out there. And whenever you're watching it, if it's around the holidays like it is right now, happy holidays to you. Y'all have a good one.